My wife and I used to be full-time influencers, and we lived exclusively off of brand deals. And we were making 20K a month, basically talking about top ramen or baby diapers or shilling whatever food service it was that was sponsoring us that week. We literally just got paid to talk about whatever we wanted. And I used to think that that was the golden age of making money on YouTube. And that was until COVID hit and absolutely everything changed. But since then, I actually think there's no better time than now to be making money on YouTube. We've seen channels making money talking about motherhood, gardening, photography, and it's really just proven to us that to make money on YouTube, you don't need to be an influencer and vlog every day. You don't need to shill Raid Shadow Legends or whatever the latest mobile game is. You already have what it takes, and in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly step by step how you can start making money on YouTube. How's it going? My name is Doug, and my wife Haley and I run a 7-figure online business leveraging YouTube. And this business is what allows us to be able to homeschool our kids. We can travel whenever we want. We can do some pretty crazy stuff on the side. And we also help other people do exactly the same. So if you want to learn how to be able to build a business that works for you and that works on your time and that buys your time back, be sure to like the video, subscribe, leave a comment if you have any questions, and let's go ahead and talk about how you, yes, you can start making money on YouTube today. So the first thing that you need to do when you want to start making money on YouTube is obviously you need to have a channel. That's kind of self-explanatory. Now, I'm not going to go through and show you where to sign up and go to youtube.com and make an account. But instead, more than that, there's actually something almost more important, and it really has to do with who you're targeting with your YouTube channel. You see, in order for your channel to be able to blow up and to be able to make money, you need to have two things. You need to have a target persona, and you need to have a problem that you're solving for that persona. That person and this problem are basically going to direct everything that has to do with your channel and actually everything that has to do with your YouTube business. If you don't know what I'm talking about when it comes to YouTube business, go check out my last video that I put up. I talk all about the differences between having a YouTube channel and having a YouTube business. But eventually your content, your video style, the sponsors you work with, the products that you make, what your website's going to look like, all of that is going to be influenced by, again, that target persona and the problem that you're trying to solve. So if you don't have these two things set, you might as well not start posting yet. So let's go ahead and figure out how we can do this. So the first thing that you want to ask yourself is basically, what kind of person do I resonate with? Who do I get along with? Who are my people? There are times when you can be watching a video and you look at that person and you're listening to them talk and you're like, man, I know exactly who this person is. Like, we could be in the same room right now together and we would absolutely be homies. So ask yourself that question. Who is the person that you resonate with or that you want to resonate with on the other side of the camera? The second thing to ask yourself is, what kind of transformations have you gone through? And so this is personal transformations. It can be anything from losing weight to learning a new type of skill. Maybe you're running a business. Maybe it was an experience that you went through, or something might have happened to you, or you were afflicted by something and you came through it. What type of transformation have you gone through, whether that's mental or physical? Lastly, you have to ask yourself, what type of problems have you experienced and overcome that you might be able to help people with? So if you can answer these, then you're going to have a channel with purpose. And a channel with purpose is the first prerequisite to being able to make money on YouTube. So let's go into an example. Let's talk about Haley's old channel. So if you don't know, my wife Haley has two channels. One is her YouTube business channel, and another one is her previous motherhood, vlogging, beauty YouTube channel. And whatever stage of life she was going through, that's what she was posting on that channel. It would make us a ton of money. We'd have a lot of views. We'd have a lot of sponsorships, a lot of affiliate revenue, a lot of AdSense revenue. But it was definitely all dependent on views and the brands being able to dictate our life. So there wasn't really any purpose, right? Yes, she was talking about her life and she was talking about motherhood and trying to help moms in a more roundabout way. That wasn't specifically her calling, right? That wasn't her tagline, to help moms get through motherhood. It was nothing like that. But when we shifted her channel, created a second channel to be able to help other creators to grow their income and to be able to grow their viewership, specifically for parents, this channel that she created was fueled by the fact that we wanted to stay home with our kids and that we want to homeschool our kids. And we want to be there almost every moment of their lives. And we know that there are other parents that are out there that are like that too. And so that's why Haley created this channel, was to be able to leverage her skills in helping other parents be able to make money to quit their jobs and stay at home with their kids. And she's been pretty good at it too. And so basically her going from talking about whatever realm of life that she's in, beauty and fashion and vlogging or whatever, to actually targeting a specific type of person that has a specific type of problem, propelled our income to the highest level that it's ever been. Other examples of people that we've worked with that are like this too are Vikita. Vikita helps women with their feminine energy. And I still struggle to know exactly what that means, but it's so they can be able to live their dream life and they can find their dream man or their dream partner. We also have Erica from the Home Intent, and what she does is she helps tired moms to be able to improve their energy and mental state by creating healthy habits. Again, if you don't have this set up, if you don't have your target person and your target problem, then don't even bother posting yet. Now let's move on to the next part, and this is where you need to actually look the part. So just because you have purpose for your channel doesn't mean people are going to believe you in that purpose. It doesn't mean that they're going to jump onto your movement with you. And I don't mean you need to have the fanciest equipment or the best mics or the best lighting or a background that's out overlooking a cliff. You don't need all this special and fancy stuff, but you do have to look like someone that has the answers to whatever the viewer's problems are. If you don't look legit, why are they going to give you money? And so yes, part of looking the part starts with the bare minimum. Your video cannot be fuzzy and pixelated and choppy. Your audio cannot be super scratchy or sound like you're underwater, which is what I joke around with Haley a lot. You can't have a dirty background. We've literally seen people filming stuff and there's trash cans in the background of their video, or there's dirty clothes that are sitting everywhere. And that's not really the point of the video. It is naturally just sitting there. There's a difference between being cluttered and like having like purposeful clutter, kind of like in these cozy office tour kind of things or kind of videos, and just straight dirty. There's a clear difference between the two. So usually the basics can actually be covered by just recording with a smartphone and then using something like Descript to be able to chop your videos and then help with the audio and their studio sound functionality that they have. One of our students actually recently blew up with a viral video that she filmed on her iPhone, and you can check that out. I'll put it up on the screen that's here, but Amelia's background is believable, right? It's not over the top. She's not in some like high-rise office apartment that's overlooking all of New York City. It's definitely not a green screen. It's exactly what you would expect when talking to a mom that is talking about relationship advice. And that expectation of what her video should look like is the second part of looking the part. People are going to have a certain expectation of what an expert in that field is going to look like. So for instance, if you're going to do a channel about model kits, you got to put some Gundams up all over your office. Or if you're going to be talking about racing, then maybe you need to have some racing equipment laying around. Whatever it is that you're doing, you need to look like the person that is the expert in that field. So when I started this channel a really, really long time ago, I had content that I was posting about with Amazon because I was doing Amazon FBA at the time. We were making pretty good money doing Amazon FBA, selling our baby car seat covers. And on that channel, I am sitting in front of my office and my desk, kind of like this. But I have these two monitors behind me, and they're kind of like these two mismatched monitors. And somebody actually put in the comments like, this guy doesn't actually make any of this money because his monitors are mismatched. And while, yeah, it was a really dumb comment because I was making that money and I just didn't buy monitors at the time, I get what he's saying. I get the fact that he's like, hey, this guy's trying to look like something he's not, or he's saying that he's something he's not. Look at the proof. So for better or worse, first impressions are still going to mean something, which is why I bought this giant 57-inch widescreen Samsung Neo Odyssey monitor to make sure nobody ever questions me on my monitor selection again. Now, aside from the giant monitors and the racing helmets and the Gundam model kits, it also depends on what you're saying in order for you to be able to look the part. If you're talking on something that you're not 100% on, you're not completely convicted of, or you don't have any proof on, people are really going to be able to see through that. And if people can see through something like that, or they don't trust you as much, they're not going to spend their money with you. That's why we talk a lot about past or current students, or we talk about Haley's old channel, or we talk about our old experiences, or we talk about how we homeschool our kids, because we want you guys to know that we're living out what it is we're actually saying. We're not talking about something before it actually happens. Proof is more than just a title or a degree. Your story and the value in your content also help a lot as well. So our student Jeff is a great example of looking the part. So what Jeff does, and I'll put his channel on the screen, but he helps men be able to prepare their family for the unexpected, and his proof is absolutely through the roof. Aside from looking physically like the dude you would expect to talk about having family preparedness and emergency situations, stuff hitting the fan, he obviously very clearly knows what he's talking about in his videos. And he not only knows what he's talking about in his videos, but he has the physical proof of him being a sniper and being a wildlands firefighter and all this other just literal storytelling gold that he has, he displays in his videos. And his proof obviously carries a ton of weight because his sixth video that he just put up, his sixth video ever, never being on YouTube, is going viral right now. Once you're looking the part, the next thing you need to do is you need to be novel. Now, you can't just expect to be able to look the part and then say the same exact things as other people in your niche or other competitors that you have. You have to be able to stand out. If you're looking the same and if you're talking the same, you're going to compete strictly off of sub count and view count. And if you're starting a new channel, you're already way behind. Instead of competing directly on numbers, you should be different. You should be novel. You should put yourself in a category of your own. So we call this having a novel offer, and it's a term that we coined for our program. But basically, you want to have a completely different solution to the problem that everyone has in step one. So for instance, our student Rebecca Matznick, she says that losing weight doesn't start with diet or exercise, but instead it has to do with understanding your body type. It's a different take on losing weight than a vast majority of other people. Basically, what this does is this gives people permission to try again. People may have tried Jenny Craig or Weight Watchers or whatever, and it's failed for them. And so they're not willing to try to lose weight again. But when they hear something new, when they hear something that's different, oh, it's not just another exercise. I'm going to give myself another shot at this. That is what being novel is. That is a novel offer. You can also look at our student, John. John helps people to be able to land commercial pilot jobs. And so I had to look all this up too. But basically what most people do is they get a private pilot's license and then they go instruct people and they teach people. And that counts as commercial flight hours. And that's how people become commercial pilots. But it's a very impacted industry when people go through that route. So apparently John has a new way and a different way that is not becoming a certified flight instructor. It is a new opportunity. People say, hey, you're not teaching the way people normally do, so I'm going to give you a chance, even though other people may have more subs, more views, more subscribers, or more proof. Being novel is absolutely crucial to making money on YouTube because now you don't have to play the long game of trying to get hundreds of thousands of views and millions of subscribers to be able to make pennies through AdSense or to get that one Home Chef sponsorship. Haley and I, for instance, with our business and our channels, our approach to making money on YouTube is different. We do this for our family. It's for our kids. We want to homeschool. We want to be with them all the time. We don't want to have to outsource our children to school or to daycares to be able to run this business. So the things that we are willing to do and that we're not willing to do are absolutely different than a 26-year-old that owns a Lambo. And so because of this, because our technique or our style and our approach on YouTube is different than these other gurus, other parents are more willing to work with us, even though other people might have millions of subscribers or millions of views or plaques all over their office wall. Just the fact that we're different puts us in an absolutely different category, so we don't compete directly with those people. So you have to ask yourself, in the case of you solving your problem, what is your unique process to solving that problem? So once you figure out how you're going to actually try to be novel and how you're going to try to be different, what you need to do is you need to have a product. Now, like I said in the beginning, Haley and I have tried a lot of different ways to be able to make money online. Obviously, we've done brand deals and sponsorships. We've done affiliate marketing. We've done UGC content. AdSense was a big thing too for a while, but nothing has come close to when we actually created, owned, and sold our own product. It actually started with this, which is our baby car seat cover that I created. Well, I designed and then we outsourced and had created and sold on Amazon. You can actually learn about how I did that on the old videos on this channel, but don't go watch those until you watch all these new videos first, obviously. But now, since then, since doing physical products and learning why physical products suck, we've moved to digital products, and now that is the bread and butter. Because you see, having your own product puts your income and your freedom and your family's freedom into your hands. You see, it's so important to be able to have your own product because having your own product, having something that you can physically hold in your hands or something digital that you can have that you can call your own is what puts income making power into your hands, not into the brand's hands or not into YouTube's algorithm's hands. So you have to ask yourself, what kind of product are you going to sell that can help people to solve the problem that you're trying to solve? Again, we do digital products. Specifically, we do courses and coaching programs. If you want to learn more about exactly how we do that or how we chose those things, you can check out my masterclass link down in the description below. It's totally free. Go watch that whenever you get a chance after watching this video. But in there, I talk about why we chose courses and coaching programs, and a lot of it has to do with the value that you can provide and the pricing at which you can sell. But speaking of links down in the description below, the next thing that you need to do in order to be able to make money on YouTube is you need to have a funnel. Now, funnel is the grown-up side of YouTube that nobody likes to talk about, right? It's like the accounting of YouTube or the taxes of YouTube. It's how you sell. It's how you actually make money. It's actual business on YouTube. But most importantly, it's how you sell without having to use more of your time. Remember, we're here to be able to get all of our time back, or actually as much of our time back as we can, and not force ourselves to work more on our business and lose that time. So a funnel is basically like an automatic selling tool, and a funnel is basically just a series of web pages, okay? So at the top of the funnel is going to be your YouTube video, and in that YouTube video, you make a call to action that says to go down to the description below and for somebody to click on something. That click takes them to a landing page. On that landing page, they're going to give their email in exchange for something really cool. And so that thing that's really cool is a freebie that can potentially solve a problem that they're running into. And after they go through and they fill out that form, then you're going to send them some emails that are called nurture emails or a warming sequence. And from there, then you create a masterclass that sells them your solution. I know it kind of sounds confusing, but I promise it's actually a lot easier than people think. People tend to overhype the idea of a funnel. It's actually, again, just a bunch of pages, and there's just direction behind what these pages do. If you've been looking to try to make a funnel or get into that, you can check out Kajabi. Kajabi is the tool that we use to be able to do everything for our course products and for our coaching program. There's a link down in the description below for a free trial of that. I think you get like 30 days or something. And I think it's a great tool for you to be able to build funnels with. And so while we're at it, why don't we talk about funnel examples? So here is one of Haley's funnels, for example. This is a 7-day YouTube challenge that we did, and it actually lined up with one of the videos that Haley made. And so after you click on the link in that description, it takes you to this landing page. Then after you fill it out and you get the guide, you'll get emails that come to you, that warm you, and that let you know more about who Haley is and what she does and our history and our story. And then it eventually leads to this masterclass sign up. And so this process, it's not like a direct sell right away, right? But this process, it basically just gives you value, it builds trust, and it sells everything all in one go. I don't have to sit there and manually do this over and over again. The funnel takes care of it for me. And so if you don't have something set up like this from the start, all of your effort is going to waste, right? You might get a viral video from the start and you're going to miss out on all those views that are sitting there. So you need to make sure that you have this set up before you ever think you're going to make money on YouTube. A lot of the students that I've already mentioned in this video and in previous videos, they've set up their funnel before they ever even started recording. And because of that, they reap the rewards. Ashley Bufa, for instance, she's built 5,000 email subscribers in just a couple of months, and she's done thousands of dollars in course sales. If you go look at Ashley's videos as well, you'll see that she has all of these things that we've talked about so far already checked off. She's already done them, and that's why she's making money with a quote unquote smaller channel. Now, when it comes to making money on YouTube, the last thing that you absolutely need is patience. No one wants to hear this, right? But YouTube can take time to happen. Maybe not as long as the blogging world. I used to work in SEO, and I know that SEO, organic, and ranking on Google is the long game. But still, with YouTube, it can take a little bit of time to gain traction. And it could be even longer than that to be able to get monetized. Even longer than that for you to start making any kind of money on AdSense or even start getting your first brand deals. Some people will post hundreds of videos before getting anything viral. YouTube is a compounding interest type of game. The more you post, the more consistent you are, the higher percentage chances that you're going to end up going viral and being able to make money on YouTube. But if you're strategic about what it is that you post, you can take that time frame and just shorten it. I mean, take a look at our student, Nancy Libby. She's posted just a handful of videos. She started from zero. She's really selective with her content, and she went viral just 5 videos in, and she's actually getting new viral videos almost every single week. Lauren here is also a really good example. She hit 7,000 subscribers in just 33 videos with no previous experience, and this video right here has nearly 100,000 views on it. Even a couple of my very first videos on this channel went viral because we selectively chose certain topics that we knew would perform better than others. If you want to actually know how this process works and how we're able to get these students results, you can check that out down again in the masterclass down in the description below. I'll also put Haley's masterclass in there too. If you're really looking for more of that wife or feminine side of the business, she does a really great job talking about it, obviously, as well. So yes, while it might be hard, it sounds really hard to be able to make money on YouTube. And while people make it sound like it's just a fabled dream or something like that, if you go straight to selling your own product, if you have a novel offer, if you implement a funnel, and you solve real problems to give real value, and you have patience, you can start making money on YouTube a lot sooner than you think. So hopefully this video gave you guys some value, maybe it gave you guys some insights. If there was anything there that you might have not known or was new or you have feedback on, be sure to leave a comment down in the comments below. Like this video if you like it, subscribe if you want to watch more like this, and I'll see you guys in the next video.